Now that's a decent view. Welcome to the Bosnia vlog. I am on a one-way trip on the cable car to go up to Mt Trevebic. I think that's how you pronounce it. There is an old bobsledding place that was used in the Olympics in 1984. So gonna do a bit of mooching, just film some stuff really. I think I've got today and tomorrow in Sarajevo. So this structure was used in the bobsleds in the 1984 Olympics. What you notice though, there is a lot of graffiti all over stuff, which makes it look slightly abandoned. It gives some sort of like murky feel about it. I mean, nature around it's beautiful. And then you come off the path, and then you can sort of go down there. So there's a hill there, more graffiti down there, which coincidentally, if I get down, I don't know if I can get back up. So you've got the track here, you come off the beaten track, you've got a building there. I don't really know what this is. Looks like the start of some sort of bridge. Back hiking down a mountain, but then I've seen a bench up there. I'm gonna go and visit. Some class views. So I've not really done much of Eastern Europe. So for me, it's like, it's uncharted territory. Like I've done Southeast Asia, Central Europe. But like, then again, there's not many like sort of abandoned, sort of bombed out buildings I've gone to see. Especially going on with what happened with the war. I don't know if this is enough to constitute panoramic views. You've got the city over here, so you can get a better view. Six sites. Right, what's happening? We are currently in destination 2 out of 7 on this Bosnian trip. So we are in the town of Konjic, which is about 25 miles from Sarajevo where I started. Beautiful scenery in the background. So I want to go and see Lake Barako, which is a big lake you can swim in. I want to do some water rafting. So with the water rafting, I'm gonna need a few more days to sort of plan that and arrange getting picked up and whatnot. And then there is a mountain nearby that I want to try and do some climbing. So there's quite a variety of activities here, to be honest. And there's also a Cold War Yugoslavian nuclear base called Tito's bunker, which I'm going to go and see probably tomorrow. Talk about contrasting views. I think of all the countries in the Balkans, like from the best of my knowledge, Bosnia is sort of the country that not many British people go to. Like, I've met 2 English people so far, met a fair few Americans and Australians, but I think for me, because I'm doing 3 weeks in one country, like none of my friends have been to, it'll give me a good perspective on what the country's like. And then, you know, I can tell people about my adventures, document my adventures. And I think 3 weeks in one country is a fair amount of time, rather than a lot of people that I've met that are coming. They're going to Sarajevo and Mostar, and then they're moving on to like Dubrovnik and other places outside of Bosnia. So I feel like this will give me a authentic experience and semi off the beaten track in some respects. So we're at a glass viewpoint where you can get like a whole view of the city. Look at that for panoramic views. So down there, that's where you got the Ottoman Bridge. And you've got the rest of the city. So today I am going to Tito's bunker, which is an old Cold War bunker built between 1953 and 1979, and it cost 4.6 billion US dollars to make. So whilst the Cold War was going on, there was, you know, you had the USSR and you had the USA, where a load of nuclear missiles were going to be launched at each other. So essentially, in Yugoslavia, there was a fella called Tito, and he built this bunker just in case, well, something kicked off. So I'm going to go and have a walk around there and see what it's like, film some bits. But I think it's quite interesting, the Cold War, because I'm not somebody who knows too much about history and war and stuff like that. But I think most of my information on the Cold War has come from Call of Duty, which isn't a good, like, accurate representation of how things happen. So gonna go and see this bunker, enjoy the scenery, and then tomorrow I'm off water rafting, which I won't be able to film because I can't take my phone with me because it'll probably get lost and damaged.
Want you in English, please? Kijk, al deze talentjes. Ze hebben niet wat te staan. En toen kijk ik. To jest piknik Arta.
What's happening? Right, so we're on a hike. The nuclear bunker was all right. I mean, for 20 quid, it probably wasn't worth it because we had like 41 people on the tour. And then obviously like everyone's listening to the tour guide talk about what happened and what each thing represents. But it was a lot of people congregated in such a small space. Like I enjoy history, but at the same time, like I don't really know too much about the Cold War and Yugoslavia because it was prior to me being born. So it's good to learn new stuff. Right, so currently I'm on a hike which is 7.2 kilometers to somewhere called Kazana Zlatar or something. It's an old Soviet communications tower which links between that and the Tito's sort of bunker. So I'm going on a hike up there because apparently there's some sick sights of the town. So we're on a hike because I need to keep active, and we're going to go and see some cool stuff because like natural beauty is where it's at. Beautiful backdrop. We found a shortcut, signposted this way. Near the top. Admiring the views. Just randomly found a wild tortoise. I think this is the peak anyway. So this link to the bunker is an abandoned like communications tower, which is quite cool. There's a cat there. Apparently it's abandoned. So there's a smashed glass there. Although it's abandoned, there is a door open on a kill.
Mama, film dit. Mama, ga je de film alsjeblieft? Mama.
Ja?
Ga je dit filmen?
Oh ja. Ik ga alle audio eruit halen.
Cool. It's fun.
Yeah, it's cold.
Allemaal kleine bitch boys. Kleine spelers. Stuk voor stuk. Kleine speler. Kleine speler. Kleine speler. Kleinste speler.
Don't do it for it. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. You got it. Jump on the rock. Jump on the rock.
Oh!
Fuck yeah. He's gone.
Maar het is wat moeilijker dat je dichtbij die steen was.
Yeah, don't do a foot. He can do it, you can do it.
No, 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 no.
Jump in the front. Boys, come out, should get in front of you.
So jump as far as you can.
Yeah. As far as you can to the right.
Alright.
I'll go again.
Wait 2 seconds. Wait 2 seconds.
I think it's mad looking at these trains. It looks like something from the 1800s. Bit of a time lapse. So this is 2 days later. You probably would have seen some clips of the white water rafting yesterday, which is pretty cool for like 50 quid for 6.5 hours. Obviously couldn't take my phone on it because I don't want to lose it and be in water. But anyway, I'm in Mostar at the moment. So I've got a few clips from the white water rafting I'll put in and then just like film some stuff around here.
Might be down there.
So that's Mostar Old Bridge. Right, bit of a time lapse with some of this. There's 2 hikes I want to do in Mostar, and today we are going on a day trip where we get to visit 2 different towns with some scenic stuff, and then we get to go and see a waterfall as well. I think Kravica waterfall, which is one of the touristy things around here. I want to get closer to that bridge and go on Mostar Bridge. But like there's too many tourists heavily concentrated there in regard to the rest of the town. So for me, it's sort of just going when it's quiet. But I think I'm going to do 3 days in Mostar in total. So we've got abandoned buildings here. We say abandoned, but there's probably some sort of people living here, evidently. I mean, it's a beautiful waterfall, which is to be expected, but far too many tourists. Right, so the Kravica waterfall was very nice to look at visually, but to sit down on the side on a decking chair, they're trying to charge you €8.
For an hour, by the way.
For an hour. If you go into a restaurant or a bar to sit on a chair, they also charge you. You have to buy something. So I bought a beer just so we could sit down for half an hour. But I think tourism has killed it in a sense where, you know, there's far too many people here. There's nowhere to sit. The water quality is not great. I mean, it's nice to look at, but I think for what we paid to get in, which was €10, and then we're paying €40 for the tour guide and stuff to take us around. We've only got an hour and a half here, so I'd probably say it's probably about the amount of time we need.
My friend, down there is the Reka Nevetra. The same. Yes, but more in black.
Know what I'm filming?
Yeah, there you have like a small boat. You can pay maybe, I don't know, €5 to get in tow, but that's not that deep, you know, inside. Like, so.
This is just that there is a central tourist attraction.
Tourist attraction, man.
You know, hold on.
That there is a central. Tell you what, the view's not bad on looking behind actually.
Shit. It's 6:30 in the morning and the Mostar bridge is finally empty. Well, there's like 2 people on it. Right, so I am on my third 3 days in Mostar. So I'm gonna go up, go and do like a little hike this morning to see Fortica hill, which is about an incline of 600, about 500 meters above sea level. So it should be a nice view where you've got like a glass bridge to sort of see a view of the town. I'm going at 6:30 because it's supposed to be 33 degrees today. So I just want to get up before it gets too hot. These clips have sort of been all over the place, but going off the link for the video, I'm going to divide this into like a Sarajevo in the south of Bosnia and then a northern half, so it should be like 2 videos. Minutes later, some sort of gaff on the top of one of the hills. So that's what we just hiked, and we need to get up there, through there. Definitely worth hiking up here at 6:30 in the morning, and that's where we need to go. nice little rural setting we've got here. So I'm by some Austro-Hungarian ruins. Yeah, check them out, see what it is. Right, I'm gonna do a short outro for this video of the south of Bosnia. Right, so this sort of Austro-Hungarian like ruins was a building that was used during when Austria and Hungary conquered Bosnia, which they had which was in like the late 1800s, which they had up until the end of the First World War. So this was used as like a strategic point because you can see over Mostar and the local river Nevetra, or I say it wrong. So there's that, and then during the Bosnian War, it was also used as like a strategic point where they could like use it for communication and look over Mostar. It's pretty interesting. Right, this has been my first week in Bosnia, which is I've pretty much covered the south of the country, well, as much of the south as I can do. So I'm going to be heading up north tomorrow to Yaitsa. So from that, I'm going to start a new video, 2 Bosnian vlogs. Aren't you guys lucky? Right, see you in a bit.